Greetings. My name is Shaheem Scarborough, and I am a student at the illustrious North Carolina Central University. Today, I am going to be talking to you all about destitution in the United States. As the world slowly recovers from what has been a detrimental year, we must not forget the epidemics that coexist within our country. In the midst of a pandemic, the often overlooked and excluded group is that of the destitute. Homeless people in the United States make up an estimated 0.2% of the nation's population. Homelessness is a treacherous epidemic that today affects more than 500,000 Americans, according to the EHO, the End Homelessness Organization. Growing up in the capital city of Raleigh, North Carolina, I have witnessed a multitude of helpless Americans forced to roam the streets as a result of the American dream becoming a nightmare. Gathering information in my studies, I have discovered an alarming amount of statistics that furthered my development on the topic of destitution. Let's start with the history of homelessness in America. It is believed that homelessness in America originated back in the 1870s following the Civil War. Considered vagrants, homeless people were often sought out by the police and arrested. As the years went on and the 1930s arrived, so did the Great Depression, creating an economic crisis that resulted in millions of Americans becoming unemployed. According to the historical research done by the University of Washington, in 1932 there were over 12 million Americans that were unemployed, meaning a staggering 1 out of every 4 families were without income because of the economic decline. After being inaugurated in 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt enacted the New Deal Act, which led the United States out of the Great Depression. This provided means of income for millions of Americans across the nation, declining the numbers of homeless people in America. The current percentage of homeless Americans in the United States has subsided from its prior census, but still is, however, a nationwide epidemic. According to the studies conducted by the University of Yale, they discovered that nowhere in the United States can someone who works 40 hours a week at the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour afford a 1-bedroom apartment at a fair market rent. This proves that the American economy does not offer a chance for those who wish to work for even minimum wages. However, with job opportunities increasing rapidly in the United States, there are various opportunities for one to acquire such opportunities. Unfortunately, being confined to the streets proves inhabitable for any human being, thus presenting the problem of lacking hygiene and humane needs for the homeless, all at which contravene the acquisition of occupations for the homeless. Now let's take a look at the gradual inflation of the American economy. As we head into what many may consider the future, we must also consider the future of our economy and how inflation affects the homeless. Economic inflation is a percentage rate of change in price levels over time. Inflation occurs steadily in any governed economy. This occurs throughout the decades and even centuries of an economy. As the price index rises within an economy, many necessities begin to increase in pricing, making it even harder for those that are poverty-stricken to obtain such necessities. According to the projected statistics provided by Statista, the United States saw its lowest year of annual inflation in the year of 2020. With a small but impactful inflation, prices raised 0.62% in the year of 2020 and are projected to raise 2.24% in the current year of 2021, making it even more difficult for a person in destitution to obtain their necessities. In conclusion, destitution is a terrible epidemic that is often disregarded and overlooked. Numerous things we do in the country affects one another, whether it's overly investing in the stock market, raising our minimum wages, or even inflating the rates of necessities in our own countries. It all affects us. By taking notice and actions towards abolishing this epidemic, not only do we help our fellow man, we help ourselves. Thank you for listening, and hopefully today I have properly informed you on the problem of homelessness in the United States of America. Thank you so much.